Hello. How you doing? Someone told me Lay had something coming out, so let's check out what's going on. I don't know the pronunciation. Waipo. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. My pronunciation is bad. I've worked on Korean decently this year, but outside of the Korean language, my other language skills are pretty terrible. They're pretty bad. Japanese, Chinese, it's bad. But anyhow, I do enjoy Lay. I think the last thing I did of his was Honey, and of course we all miss him being present with some like EXO stuff. That's how it is. But of course we all know he's got talent. But, did I say the translation? The translation is supposed to be grandmother, right? I looked that up. I at least wanted to know what the title meant. I don't at all know how that unfolds musically or lyrically, and maybe there's subtitles, maybe there's not. But the cool thing about having a really great performer is that usually they do a really good job. No matter if like, hey, here's this new dude. Is this song actually coming from China? I don't know. I'm gonna pretend it is. I don't know if it's coming from China or some other region, but ignorance on my part. But someone's like, hey, this dude who used to be in a band with like 9 to 12 people, he's now by himself and he's got a song about a grandmother. You might think that the song's not gonna be good, but we know it's Lay. So let's see what's going on with Lay. Let's go. Okay, one, he sounds awesome, which is cool. Two, they're using auto-tune, which is a weird decision because we know he can sing well. So it's definitely a decision to make it sound a certain way, not because Lay doesn't need auto-tune. He doesn't need it. It's a color they're going for. But it looks like he's someone being reflective on parts of his life and kind of seeing himself through the kids. You were saying like, oh, I remember when you did that for me. I don't know if that's the story, but that's what it seems like. Oh, and sorry, I'll take it back. The auto-tune was on the very first opening. I don't hear any auto-tune right now. I think it's kind of like a rap thing where you do maybe the auto-tune. Not that this is a rap song. In the States, there's a rap technique where we use auto-tune on the choruses. Most notably, T-Pain did that. T-Pain is an amazing singer, but they would still use auto-tune on the choruses as like a coloristic effect. All right, so this is like one of the odder things about being a reactor or whatever, which is really actually talking about life. Now, obviously, other than I miss you, and knowing that it's about grandmother, I have no idea what he's saying, right? Visually, there's some clues. You know, it could be as simple. It could be as simple as reflecting back on time past. But I think it's also, and this may be me projecting into it, it's an acknowledgement of not just time past, but time currently passing. And there's no reason to go into detail here, but some of my favorite relatives, they've of course passed away, and some of the ones that are still with us are on a very steep decline. And it does something to you. I can't speak for Lay. I don't know what his words are saying. I can't pretend that I know what his words are. But there's kind of a realization that whatever you're personally chasing and whatever you might be trying to head to, that's a separate thing. And the time with your elderly, or not even elderly, but your elder family members and or friends, the realization that time is very limited. I loved it, and let's take a breath. Here's the difficulty, man. Here's the real difficulty. Is that I have, and I'm not alone. I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure there's somebody watching this that's going through the same thing. I have relatives that are on decline right now, but I'm not getting on a bus to go see them. There's a certain amount of our energy that has to be focused on our current lives. And it's just a little sad. It's a little sad because if you could spend your time anyway, you might not spend it the way you're spending it. Just being real with you.